Your person has reached a point where they can no longer deny what their heart has been trying to tell them all along: you are the one they are meant to be with. This realization has been building inside of them, growing stronger with time, and now it's impossible to ignore. They feel a deep, unshakable intuition pulling them towards you, urging them to embrace what they once resisted. What draws them in so powerfully is not just how you look or how you speak, but the very essence of who you are. You radiate strength, grace, and resilience even in the face of adversity, and that kind of spirit is rare. They admire you immensely, perhaps more than they have ever let on. To them, you are unlike anyone else. There is something about your presence, your aura, your energy, your authenticity, that cannot be replicated. It makes you stand out in a way that is unforgettable. No one else compares. No one else makes them feel the way you do. Your honesty, vulnerability, and emotional depth create a magnetic pull they don't fully understand, but they know it's real. It's because of all these things that they see you as different, special, irreplaceable. What took them by surprise, and perhaps scared them at first, was how suddenly and intensely this soul connection hit them. It came seemingly out of nowhere and yet changed everything in their life. In a moment, their perspective shifted, and the plans they thought they had for their future no longer made sense without you in them. You've become the missing piece they didn't even know they were searching for. And now, more than ever, they're ready to step into that truth. For a long time, they held back. Fear, pride, confusion, all of it kept them from showing you their real self. They wore masks, kept their distance, and pretended not to care as much as they truly did. But that's changing. The weight of holding back, of pretending, has become too heavy. They are tired of hiding their feelings, tired of keeping parts of themselves locked away just to feel in control. They want to be honest with you now. Vulnerable. Open. Because they know this connection deserves nothing less. Still, they carry fears that you might not accept all of them, especially the parts of their past they're not proud of. They worry that their mistakes, their flaws, and their reputation might turn you away. That you'll see the worst in them and decide you want no part of it. This fear runs deep, and it haunts them. They don't want their history to poison what could be the most meaningful connection of their life. Yet even with that fear, they're willing to take the risk now. You matter that much. You are the center of their focus, the one they keep coming back to no matter how hard they try to stay away. In the past, they distanced themselves because being close to you made them feel emotionally exposed. You had a way of breaking through their defenses, of seeing through the walls they spent years building. That kind of vulnerability scared them. They weren't ready to face the depth of what they felt. And, truthfully, they feared the power you had over their heart. The thought that you could hurt them, really hurt them, was too much to bear. So they ran. They avoided. They hid behind excuses and emotional walls. But the silence, the distance, the denial, it all came at a cost. They're now painfully aware of the impact their actions had on you. They can feel the weight of what they did, and they carry a heavy sadness for how they treated you. Your emotional well-being suffered because of their choices, and that truth stings them more than they expected. They've come to realize that in trying to protect themselves, they ended up wounding the one person who only ever wanted to love them. And that's something they deeply regret. Now, they want to make things right. Not with empty words or surface-level promises, but with genuine actions and heartfelt truth. They want to show you that they've grown, that they see the damage they caused, and that they're ready to step up in a way they never did before. They know this won't be easy. Rebuilding trust takes time. But they're prepared to do the work, to be present, and to love you in the way you always deserved. You changed their life more than you probably realize. And though the journey hasn't been perfect, they now know that love like this is rare. They don't want to run anymore. They want to stand still, face everything they once feared, and choose you. Again and again. No more hiding. No more masks. Just truth, healing, and the chance to finally become who they were always meant to be, with you by their side. I've never told you this before, but I truly feel like I hit the jackpot the day I met you. It was one of those rare, almost surreal moments in life that you don't expect, where something so beautiful and so unexpected happens, it knocks the air out of your lungs. When you walked into my life, I was stunned. I couldn't believe someone like you would even notice someone like me. I honestly thought you were too good to be true. For the longest time, I kept second-guessing everything, convincing myself that maybe you were just being kind, or maybe you wanted something in return, like so many others before you. I was guarded because I had been hurt, used, and let down in the past. I couldn't allow myself to believe that your intentions were pure. But slowly, through your actions, your consistency, and your heart, you showed me that you were different. You were real. You were genuine. You were exactly the kind of person I had always dreamed of, someone with depth, kindness, beauty, and strength. It didn't take long for me to realize how special you truly were. You made me nervous in the best way, like I was in the presence of something sacred. You carried yourself with such grace, and every time our eyes met, I felt like the world paused for just a moment. Your beauty, inside and out, captivated me. I found myself getting lost in your eyes more times than I can count, unable to look away. The attraction I felt for you wasn't just physical, it was emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. It was magnetic, powerful, undeniable. But I have to be honest with you. I made a huge mistake. I allowed myself to get caught up in a karmic situation, something rooted in old patterns and familiar pain. I chose convenience over love. I chose the path of least resistance instead of walking bravely toward what truly mattered, toward you. I know now how wrong that choice was. I was weak. I let fear, confusion, and my own wounds guide me, and in doing so, I hurt you. I hurt someone who only ever wanted the best for me. I failed to see the gift I had been given when you entered my life. And that failure is something I've had to sit with every single day since. You have always been so much stronger than me. While I was still running from my past, you were already living with an open heart, ready to love, ready to heal. You saw something in me I couldn't even see in myself at the time. And because of that, I needed this time apart. Not because I didn't love you, but because I had to separate myself from all the things that were holding me back, from the people, the habits, and the versions of myself that no longer served who I wanted to become. I've been on a journey of letting go, of releasing the pain, the guilt, the shame, and the fear. And it hasn't been easy. Growth never is. But I want you to know that I am not the same person you remember. I've changed. I've matured. I've opened my eyes to the truth I couldn't see back then. The mistake I made with you haunts me. It follows me into my quiet moments, when I'm alone with my thoughts. There are nights I lie awake thinking about what I could have done differently, about the things I should have said, the choices I should have made, the love I should have prioritized. I failed you, and I failed myself. And I carry that with me, not as a burden, but as a lesson. One I will never forget. I don't want to live a life filled with regret anymore. I've spent too long devaluing what truly matters, chasing what's easy instead of what's meaningful. And now, more than anything, I want to value love. I want to value connection, honesty, vulnerability, and the rare and beautiful bond we shared. I know I may never get the chance to make it right, and maybe I don't deserve to. But I need you to know how much you meant to me, and how much you still do. Meeting you changed my life. You showed me a kind of love I didn't think existed. And for that, I will be forever grateful. If I could turn back time, I would hold on to you tighter. I would fight harder. I would be braver. But I can't undo the past. All I can do now is continue growing into someone better, someone who honors the love you once offered me, even if it's from a distance. And maybe, just maybe, one day you'll see the change in me and understand that it was always you. It was always meant to be you. When I met you for the first time, something within me shifted in a way I couldn't quite explain. It wasn't just excitement or the usual nerves that come with meeting someone new. It was deeper than that, almost spiritual. It felt as though I had known you long before that moment, like our souls had crossed paths many times before in previous lives. There was an undeniable sense of familiarity, like reconnecting with someone I had lost a long time ago. It was as if the universe had gently nudged us back into each other's orbit, and in that moment, I couldn't help but feel that our meeting wasn't by chance, it was destined. From the very beginning, the comfort I felt around you was unlike anything I had experienced with anyone else. It didn't take time for me to warm up to you, to feel safe, or to feel understood. It was instant. You made me feel seen in a way that no one else ever has. I didn't have to put on a mask or filter my thoughts. I didn't have to pretend to be someone I'm not just to be accepted. With you, I felt completely at ease being myself, raw, unfiltered, and real. That kind of freedom is rare, and it's something I cherish deeply. There was no pressure, no awkwardness, only a profound sense of belonging. What struck me most was the calmness your presence brought me. I'm not someone who easily feels relaxed around new people, but with you, it was different. It was as if I was sitting beside a childhood best friend, someone who knew me inside and out, who had grown up alongside me, and who had always been part of my story. That level of comfort is something I've never found elsewhere. I could joke around freely, laugh without restraint, and speak without constantly analyzing my words. You made everything feel natural, as if I didn't need to try to connect because the connection was already there, waiting to be recognized. Our conversations flowed effortlessly. There were no forced topics or awkward silences. Instead, every word felt genuine, every exchange meaningful. Even when we were quiet, the silence wasn't uncomfortable. It was peaceful. Being around you felt like coming home after a long, tiring journey, familiar, warm, and grounding. I didn't realize how much I had been yearning for that kind of connection until I found it in you. What I feel for you is something I have never experienced with anyone before. It's not just admiration or affection, it's something far deeper, something that touches my soul. It's a quiet, unwavering love that doesn't demand attention but makes its presence known in every heartbeat, every breath, and every thought. You bring a sense of peace to my life, and your presence alone feels like healing. It's not just about happiness, it's about wholeness. You don't just make me smile, you make me feel complete. Over time, I came to understand that what I feel for you isn't just infatuation or a fleeting emotion. It's something real, something natural, something that has been growing silently in the background since the moment we met. I tried to make sense of it, to define it, but I eventually realized that some feelings are too profound for words. Love, in its truest form, doesn't need to be explained, it just is. And that's exactly what this feels like. With you, love isn't dramatic or overwhelming. It's gentle, patient, and kind. It's in the way I feel calm when I hear your voice, in the way my heart softens when I see your smile, and in the way time seems to pause when we're together. It's in the ease of our conversations, the comfort of your presence, and the joy I feel just being near you. I don't have to chase it or question it, it simply exists, deeply rooted and unwavering. I never thought I'd find someone who would feel so familiar and yet so new all at once. Someone who would make me laugh like I did as a child, and think like I never have before. Someone who would make me feel loved not for what I show the world, but for who I am at my very core. That someone is you. The love I have for you is quiet, yet powerful. It's not the kind that burns out quickly or fades over time. It's steady, growing stronger with each passing day. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know this: meeting you has changed me in ways I'm still beginning to understand. And if I had to relive my life over and over again, I would hope to find you every single time.